Hello, everyone. This is Membran. Welcome to my teaching channel. Today's episode is about Minnesota. We will learn some fun facts about Minnesota. And because of that, I would like to introduce this state first because this is where I am right now. All right, let's start with oh, this is Membran's teaching channel again. Minnesota. What is Minnesota and where is this found? And the name Minnesota came from the Dakota tribe's word for the Minnesota River, Minnesota, meaning cloudy, muddy water or sky tinted water. And I would like, actually, the spelling of Minnesota is really this one, but before it was just like MNE and then soda. There are a lot of mini here, and those are Indian word of the Dakota tribe. All right, let's start now. So, we will start with its geography. When we talk of geography, it is actually the study of the physical features of the earth. So in here, we're going to find out what are the relative arrangement of the places around Minnesota. So it is bordered by Canada on the north, that is up, Lake Superior and Wisconsin on the east, that's to the right, Iowa on the south, that's down, and North and South Dakota on the west. All right, actually, I have a map here that I can share with you. And so the boundary on the north, so this is Minnesota, on the north is Canada, on the east is Wisconsin and Lake Superior. This is the biggest inland water in the world. It's part of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and of Canada, Ontario, Canada. All right, and then on the south, we have Iowa. On the west, we have North and South Dakota. All right, so we will proceed. Now, knowing that Minnesota is bordered by different states, it is found actually in the northern part of the United States. So it is in the Midwestern, it is a Midwestern state. This state contains more than 10,000 other lakes. So there are several claims about Wisconsin having thousands of lakes also. But in Minnesota, there's really a lot of them. It is actually, according to my research, it's more than 10,000 even, including Lake Superior and Lake Itasca. The Twin Cities of Minneapolis and the state capital, which is St. Paul, are dense with cultural landmarks. Why is it cultural landmarks? Because Minnesota is a very diverse state. Now, when we say Twin Cities, they are of the same, of course, twins, meaning the same size. Although Minneapolis is a little bit is a little bigger than St. Paul, but yep, they are twin cities. So if you hear something like Twin Cities, you will always remember it's Minnesota. All right, so that's the background. Here are some facts and figures that I got online. The capital is St. Paul, of course. It has been a state since 1858. It was actually the 32nd founded state in the United States. It is the 12th largest state in the United States, and its length is over 400 miles. The width is 200 to 350 miles. So, as you see in the map, it appears like on the west part, it is a little bit that this is probably the 200 miles. And then the one closer to Lake Superior are the ones that are wider. All right, so this is again the map. And so we shall continue. Uh, all right, the nickname of Minnesota is that it is the North Star state because we are we are found in the north, and so it is called the North Star State. And it was actually described by a French navigator, and he said it's L'Étoile du Nord. So I can tell you that it is hard to pronounce, but it is said like L'Étoile du Nord. So you don't say the D. All right, let's continue. And because Minnesota is a land of 10,000 lakes, it has actually, it's almost 11,000 or more. All right, the lakes are central to Minnesota's culture and tourism. Culture because, the lakes are home of so many different kinds of fish. It is a tourism because, some people would like snow. They come to Minnesota. And then, all right, the culture here is that, some people love fishing. They love boating. You can see actually that's a boat. And on winter, they go ice fishing. Can you imagine that? Ice fishing. They would have a small kind of house, like a garage, and then they stay there for a while. Actually, sometimes they are just a piece of tent, or sometimes they would just stay there for a while, and then they probably will put their um, fishing rod, and then they're just going home because you cannot be outside on winter longer than 5 hours. No, no. All right, so it is the land of 10,000 lakes. And also, it is the home of the Mall of America. So the Mall of America is the largest shopping mall in the United States because of its huge volume and huge space. Actually, the Mall of America, in the Mall of America are some other um, stores, big stores. There is also an entertainment center. There are a lot that you can find in the Mall of America. All right, so let's move on. Of course, the state capital is St. Paul. Actually, it came from before. St. Paul is a Roman term, but the Hebrew term was Saul. If you go back to the Bible, you will read about Saul. All right. So actually, before St. Paul was named Pig's Eye. I don't know why Pig's Eye though. All right. So let's move on. And the state bird is the loon. Loons has the largest population of, or Minnesota has the largest population of loons in the country. There are a lot of them also in the South, but I think they love to stay in Minnesota. All right, so loons are high-speed flyers, so they can fly. This is not a duck. All right. They are also excellent underwater swimmers. They can actually dive 90 feet down in pursuit of fish. So they eat fish. They have a lovely feather. And most loons are all like that. They have red eyes also. All right, another interesting fact about Minnesota is that the state flower is a the state flower is the lady slipper. I'm sorry, that slipped. Is the lady slipper, and it looks really like a slipper. So when you put your feet in there, it looks like. But you know what? This is a kind of orchid. All right, this is a kind of orchid. All right, next we have the state fruit. The state fruit is a Honeycrisp apple. I have been telling people that this apple was developed by the University of Minnesota, and it was adapted to withstand harsh, cold winter in Minnesota. Now, it is my favorite apple too. There's different kinds of apple. You have the golden yellow. We have I can't name some of them, but those are the only ones that I like. All right. It is crispy, juicy, and sweet tart flavor. All right. Actually, it was made a state fruit because of the petition of the fourth grade students at the Anderson Elementary in Bayport, Minnesota. It's up. All right. The state fish is walleye. Why walleye? Because it this kind of fish has an immense popularity in Minnesota lakes. All right, it is a premier food fish also. Actually, it is the most sought after game fish for every angler. All right, it is. I have not before we would go with my friends to just go fishing, and then we try to keep some of them. Of course, Filipinos are always fish eaters. The meat is really tasty. All right, now after walleye, we will have the state sport, which is hockey. Why hockey? Because Minnesota has the highest number of hockey players in the United States. So you will see this in parks even during summer. All right, next one is the state tree. The state tree is the Norway pine. Actually, Norway has nothing to do with this because it is also called redwood. All right. Why is it chosen the state tree? It's because of its sturdy majesty and foundational role in the state's logging history. So this is one of the durable piece of wood that we have. It's a symbol for strength because most of the evergreens here they can withstand winter also. But this one, because of its wood type, it is considered more durable than the rest of the evergreen. All right. So now we have next we have Minneapolis is the biggest city. All right. So I told you earlier, Minneapolis is a little bit bigger than Minneapolis. That is where I teach. The state abbreviation is MN, all caps. All right, all caps. Next one is the state flag. Why the state flag? The state flag is has a background of all blue, light blue, and this one here, this stands for the territory of Minnesota, which is almost all. I mean, there are a lot of lakes. All right, now you will see the white part here that symbolizes snow because, of course, yep, Minnesota has a lot of that. All right. And you can see the dark blue here, this dark blue here, uh, this one here, they all corresponds or show the water in the sky. Sometimes if you look at the lakes, it will all be blue. It is so because of the sky that is always blue on summer, but not on winter, of course. All right. So, you know why this is done this way is because we would like to educate the young generation and even us how incredible marine life here in Minnesota. And so there are a lot of different kinds of fish in the lakes, plus the dark blue corresponds to the blue sky and the the trees around Minnesota. All right, next we have some of the tourist destinations in Minnesota. And I have the first one is the Cathedral of St. Paul. All right, the Cathedral of St. Paul is the largest Catholic church. Actually, it is the mother church in in Minnesota. It is the mother church. There are a lot of Catholic churches, but this is the biggest church, Catholic church. It was actually founded in 1907. So not long ago, not long ago. All right. It was first, it was in Cretan, but that was just a log cathedral. And so after several years of, the bishop was just watching some of the people who are attending mass, they are outside of the log church. So they plan to have a bigger one and they situated on a hill. So this is actually on a hill. All right. So, next slide is Sea Life Aquarium. This is a part actually of the Mall of America. So the aim here, why we have this one, when we say sea life, you can see some of these children. They are dipping their hands in there, and then above them are turtles and sharks, and this is all. They are all glasses. Okay, so if you can look at this tourist here, I have been in here several times already. So this is glass. So you can see the fish and all marine animals. They're so incredibly big now. I think it's even bigger now. All right. They want to help us educate the young children to support marine life and, of course, to save or conserve through fun, interactive, and educational experiences. It's a little bit spendy when you get here because you have to pay for the what do you call this? Not membership, but you have to pay for the entrance. And I think the last time I went there was already $27. So I don't know now. I'm not very sure though. All right, so that is the big aquarium. And now we go to Minnehaha Falls. Minnehaha Falls is just right by the school where I was. It's just like 2, 3 blocks away. It is a 53-foot waterfall, which was formed 10,000 years ago. Wow, that was a long time ago. And so where did the water come from? It's from glacial melted water from the river up, and that is River Warren. All right, so this is Minnehaha Falls. There is another Gooseberry Falls. This is actually along Lake Superior, so it is up north in the North Shore. This falls is leveled. You have tier one, you have tier two, and tier three, or the upper, the middle, and the lower falls. So it propels itself going to, so this water here is going to Lake Superior, and Lake Superior is the biggest inland water. I will also have a video of that maybe soon. All right, another one is, so this is the aerial lift bridge. This bridge is lifted if there are big boats or ships that are crossing the lake. This is actually not a sea, this is a lake. So this is lifted high so that the boat or the ship can go by. And if you are traveling from this place going to that place, you have to wait. Now, as soon as the bridge is brought down, you have to cross as fast as you can because we don't know. Some boats and some ships might be crossing again. Now, this has a cultural symbol because even before, this particular lake has been a way or a passage of all the resources from Canada and all around the United States. All right, so it's really, really big. All right, next one is the Kamuzu and Conservatory. So it is actually a 2-acre place under glass. So if you can see all of this, these are all glasses. It has a number of wings also. So we have some for wedding, others for birthdays or celebrations, others are for varieties of plant life, and then there are also animals. It features also there is an island there that has several seals and penguins at the same time. So the smaller penguins can be, you can touch them as long as they are tamed, but you have to ask permission also. There's a lot that you can see also in this zoo. So it is called, it is also a conservatory because they are also conserving animal life as well as plant life. There is a big polar bear too, like a white polar bear. And when he is mad, it will just flap its hands and then all the waters are gone. But it is inside the glass anyway. All right. Now, this year, it's not this year. Actually, I have this picture in 2021, 4 years ago. So you can just imagine, look at the cars. They are almost half half of the cars are snow. This is just in front of our house. So it's so nice at first, but not now anymore. I'm too old to shovel. So I would always invite somebody to clean up the driveway. I'm just not that strong anymore. So there's a lot more tourist destinations in Minnesota. Those are only some of the things that I want my students to know. And if you want to come and experience snow during the winter season, this place can have 20 inches of snowfall each year. But this year it is not much. But it's so cold. Very, very cold outside. All right, so I think that is all for today. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will have a lot more that will be, I only have to keep pace of 3 times a week because I'm still on a full-time teaching. But if you can subscribe, I would love and appreciate what you will be doing. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. See you again next time. Bye now. All right. Bye. Bye.